Hello friends, how are you? Please subscribe my channel for daily new update. The Bachelor is star and Dancing with the Stars contestant Nick Viall and his wife, Natalie Joy, opened up in a new podcast episode about heartbreak they're experiencing. The couple has one daughter, River Rose, and they revealed they just lost a pregnancy they had been very excited about. The couple shared their raw emotions about the situation throughout the podcast episode. However, they also talked about how they're supporting each other. Viall even described what he saw as a silver lining in the middle of such a difficult situation. At one point in the podcast, Viall noted there is something of a silver lining he can find with the situation. He explained he saw the silver lining of just knowing you can get through stuff, even though you're not through it yet. That is a much better feeling than wondering if you'll ever get through something. So I am grateful for that. I am grateful that we have our River. During the January 29th episode of The Viall Files, the couple talked about their loss. Joy began by sharing, "I don't want to apologize for crying because it is so sad and I'm still feeling everything." She also acknowledged, "I've been putting on this front. You know, I've been trying to be a good mom to River and come and do my job, whether it's on the podcast or on social media for the past week." However, Joy continued, "Currently, as I sit here today, I'm actively miscarrying our second child." She said the miscarriage has been the biggest heartbreak I think of my life. "I've never experienced something where I feel so empty inside. It's going to take a long time to heal from this, but it is raw and we're feeling it right now. My body feels so empty," Joy added. Joy took a moment to apologize to Viall. She noted she has to be silly and goofy and funny and play with the couple's daughter River. However, she continued, "I have this overwhelming guilt that when I'm with you, I can't also do that. I'm sad that the only version of me you get right now is this broken person. I just feel dead inside, and it sucks because I have to be so alive for River," Joy expressed. Viall tried to reassure his wife that he wanted her to feel what she needed to feel, and he had her back no matter what. In addition, Joy shared that she feels so tired and is exhausted of this performing, putting on a brave face and putting on a happy face. She feels confused as she questions everything about why this happened. Viall also admitted he has struggled with some tough questions. He mentioned the recent wildfires in California and wondered if they should have left town with the poor air quality. "That's just me getting in my head about is there anything I could have done differently or we could have done differently," he added. He also shared, "I've never been more heartbroken or sad. But I know that I have a family that needs me. And it's what gets me out of bed every day. And I'm grateful for that." Joy and Viall both admitted they were scared they would forget the love they had for this baby they lost. They promised one another they'd make sure they didn't forget. Viall insisted this loss would only bring them closer to one another. Less than 2 weeks after former The Bachelor Matt James ended his 4-year relationship with Final Rose recipient Rachael Kirkconnell, she has shared her side of what went down. Kirkconnell joined Alex Cooper for the January 29th episode of the Call Her Daddy podcast and revealed what happened. James and Kirkconnell split while traveling together internationally. They were in London, England, then spent time in Tokyo, Japan. James ended their relationship just before she had a flight to return to the United States for a friend's baby shower. Kirkconnell told Cooper, "We were in London having a great time. It was a very unplanned, very last-minute trip. But it was fun, exciting. You know, everything was great. There was nothing wrong before the split." She noted, "We were literally talking about engagement, marriage, all the things on that trip." After a tense dinner outing, Kirkconnell thought things were fine. The next morning, James blindsided Kirkconnell with his decision to end their relationship. Kirkconnell explained that for dinner the night before the split, she struggled to find a place for them to eat and was disappointed in what she chose. "I was feeling very overwhelmed. I was trying so hard to find a good dinner spot for us." She continued, "I think I just put so much pressure on myself." She wasn't feeling well and asked James for help, but he declined. Once at the restaurant, she was quiet throughout dinner. "It was just one of those things where I'm tired, cranky, emotional, on my period, feeling terrible, overwhelmed with looking for a dinner spot for an hour. And then we get there and it was a disappointment. So then I started tearing up at dinner," she explained. Back at the hotel, James questioned why Kirkconnell had been so upset. He found it concerning that I got that emotional, I guess, she shared. Kirkconnell explained, he was just trying to express to me, if you get emotional about little things like this, what is going to happen in life when something really terrible happens? She admitted it hurt to hear him say that and she felt like I was being punished for crying. The next morning, things seemed fine, Kirkconnell noted. We were in good moods, she recalled. However, she later felt as if she was annoying him, and that was when things took a turn. Kirkconnell thought she was giving James some space that he needed, but he really just kind of let out everything that I guess he had been feeling for a while, I don't know, she shared. She continued, he said at the end of the day, there were just qualities about me that he worries about having in a wife. I think he had this realization that I should want to propose to you by this time, but he didn't. James also told her, I don't know if I ever see myself proposing to you. I can't actually see myself married to you, Kirkconnell recalled. It was just a lot to hear at once because a few days before, I'm hearing the opposite, she added. Ultimately, she left shortly after that for her scheduled flight home. James posted about the split on his Instagram page as she was on the plane, and he never gave her a heads up about it. Kirkconnell noted that all her friends and family learned about the split from his Instagram post rather than hearing it directly from her.